Chicago is a rare rarity heavy cruiser from the Eagle Union and is part of the Northampton class of heavy cruisers. Chicago is available from both heavy and special construction, the Medal of Honor requisition, and from drops on stages 3-1, 4-3, 4-4, 6-4, 7-2, 10-2, 11-4, and 15-1. Chicago was launched from the Mare Island Naval Shipyard on the 10th of April 1930, commissioned on the 9th of March 1931, reclassified to heavy cruiser on the 1st of July 1931, and was sunk during the Battle of Rennell Island on the 30th of January 1943. Chicago did the usual tasks an American heavy cruiser did in the Second World War. Here are her more interesting exploits. Collided with British freighter Silver Palm off of Point Sur, California on the 24th of October 1933. 3 officers were killed in their quarters during the collision. Received the new RCA CXAM radar in 1940, one of 6 ships to receive it. On the night of the 31st of May 1942, Chicago shot at a Japanese midget submarine that was attacking Sydney Harbor. Of the 3 submarines that were already attacking the harbor, 1 got entangled in the submarine net, another was disabled by depth charges, but the third that Chicago shot at fired 2 torpedoes, with one passing nearby Chicago and destroying HMAS Kudabul, killing 21, while the second skidded ashore. The captain came back due to all the noise and thought the sailors were drunk, but was proven wrong. During the Battle of Savo, on the 9th of August, she was hit by a torpedo from a Japanese destroyer at her front. Chicago continued to fight despite the significant damage. Her captain, Howard D. Bode, later killed himself on the 19th of April 1943, after he found that his actions during the engagement were questioned by Admiral Arthur J.P. Hepburn, though the report was never intended to be made public. On the 29th of January 1943, at the Battle of Rennell Island, Chicago was hit twice, causing severe flooding and loss of power. The next day, while being towed, 20 G4M bombers hit Chicago with 4 torpedoes, killing 62 of their crew. She was left to sink. In her character art drawn by Realm BW, Chicago has the exact same outfit as Northampton. She wears a black choker, a white bikini top with cross straps, a star on the left side of her chest on the choker, and short blue stripes with an X on the right side of her chest, white short shorts with black straps on her hips, red and white elbow gloves, a US Navy logo on her upper right arm, USN on her upper left leg, and mismatched length red and white boots, one thigh high, one knee high. Her rigging is very similar to Northampton's. Chicago's rigging is attached to her lower back, with 2 armatures flanking her sides. 2 quad-barrel AA guns are directly beside her, with 2 triple-barrel naval cannons to her left, and 1 triple-barrel naval cannon to her right. Hulls beneath the guns, and a front deck shield attached to her lower left leg. In her voice lines, voiced by Ruka Namoto, who also voices Emperor Penguin in Kimono Friends, Chicago is very flirtatious with the commander.
あんたが指揮官くん？お姉さんにいじってほしいって顔してるわね。明日から楽しみよ。お姉さんはノーザンプトン級の4番艦のシカゴよ。運があまり良くないし、戦果も大したことなかったけど、指揮官くんのために頑張るから、お姉さんのことは大事にしてね。指揮官くん、夜は長いよ。お姉さんと大人の遊びでもしない？冗談よ。指揮官くんからこれをもらうため、お姉さんは結構我慢したのよ。もらったらもう我慢しなくてもいいよね。じゃあ、心の準備しといてね。絶対逃がさないんだから。指揮官くん、委託に行った子たちが帰ってくるみたいよ。ちょっとその前に、お姉さんといいことしない？お堅い数字とにらめっこしてないで、もっと柔らかそうなものを見てみない？新しいメールよ。ごっこよ。帰ったらいっぱいご褒美ちょうだい。ご苦労さん。お姉さんの胸で癒してあげる。この距離だと、2人だけの話ができちゃうわ。 肩が硬いわね。お姉さんがほぐしてあげようか？ああ、指揮官くんは悪い子ね。お姉さんがもっと面白いことを教えてあげる。
At level 125 with max affinity and enhancements, Chicago has 3,471 HP, 243 firepower, 209 AA, 169 reload, 55 evasion, light armor, 26 speed, 125 accuracy, 32 luck, and consumes 10 oil. Chicago has one skill and an AoE, with the skill focusing on giving her a chance to deal double damage. Chicago's first skill, Focus Assault, when at level 10, has a 30% chance to proc when firing her main gun, giving her a chance to inflict double damage. Assuming she does 243 damage due to her firepower, her damage is 486 with this skill. Her AoE looks like this, being procced every 8 times her main gun is fired. It's alright for hitting a few enemies at a time by staying still, but you won't hit much if you move around too much. The recommended equipment for Chicago is the prototype triple 203mm SKC MGM for the best AP heavy cruiser gun, the twin 100mm Type 98 Kai for the best general use auxiliary DD gun for breaking shields quickly, the twin 57mm L60 Bofors for the best general use AA gun, the repair toolkit for more survivability and passive healing, the high perf steering gear for a buff to evasion, and the greatsword for a buff to firepower and the ability to perform a slash attack. Out of the 3 Northampton-class sisters, Chicago is probably one of the better ones, even including her higher rarity sister Houston. This is due to Chicago focusing more so on offense than defense, with her skill Focus Assault giving a chance to deal double damage when firing her main guns, with which she has 2 main guns to make the proc chance that much higher. And this proc chance can be further elevated if you have fast firing main guns and auto loaders equipped. But that's the thing. It's a chance to proc, and a 30% or a 3 in 10 chance to proc that double damage. Not to mention that she shares the same low evasion, low armor, and low HP that her sisters have, meaning that she'll probably need to be in the middle position of your Vanguard fleet to not die as quickly. Overall, Chicago is good for an early game damage-dealing Vanguard fleet member, as she's easily obtained and raised, but she'll just as easily be cast out to the wayside when you find someone better, tankier, and who deals more damage. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter for updates, and please check out my other Arc Knights and Girls Frontline videos as well.